So welcome back, eh?
Right.
We're here at the Scuttlebutt Lodge. Welcome to the Fishin' Musician.
Hmm.
And today we're featuring a special guest, uh, and so on and so forth. Uh, so, but we are kind of fishin' musicians, aren't we?
Right.
Yeah, and 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 the line sinks deeper and deeper. The well is that deep, and we're fishing for the truth. Here, this is how to play. Maybe that's apropos. So I've been working on this Chad Wackerman exercise that is, I believe, incredibly helpful, and it connects, as Martinez points out, it connects with this Jack Verga idea of down to come to go up. Dick would say it's up to come down,
Right.
but there's this idea of gravity on the planet, that maybe it's harder to come up than it is to come down, instead of using that free stroke that so many techniques employ, right? We're not doing that. That's what I think that's connected to Buddy Rich in that article that he wrote with Adler, talking about the helpfulness of practicing on a pillow.
Yeah.
Okay? So that we learn to turn our wrists. Now, that said, a pillow won't necessarily help with rebounds. So we have to bring those two worlds together. Um, so this idea of turning up, and it can be confusing because, how does that work if we're playing? It's a device that, once understood, becomes utterly applicable in terms of, I believe, this technique we're working on. Okay, and so you started to get the idea that, the first we would simply turn and let the stick rebound. I'm going to do this just in case this is creating any kind of distraction. Pardon me. So, yeah, we're looking to better understand what this exercise is all about, and therefore, so that it can be applied to other strokes and so on and so forth. Okay. So what we do is, now this pad, by the way, is beginning to lose its bounce. It's ionization, whatever happens, but maybe it bounces more like an actual snare drum. I don't know. So I'm looking first just to do that. And you can see I'm going through my systems check. What's happening here? Okay, so you're not doing it.
You
Now,
want you,
Joe, go
you
ahead.
want you want the buzz to end completely and touch the pad like that?
Yeah. And then what happens?
Okay, well, so I'll toss it up.
No, okay, stop. It's cool. Now, I'm hipping you to the fact that understanding this will give you a lot of what you need. Th- this is, in essence, teaching you how to do nothing, you know, which Dick Wilson would talk about quite a bit. And what the heck does that mean? I'm not teaching you anything. All right. So here's how the exercise goes. Now, focus on this because we're going to be doing this for a while. But this is really not that big a deal. That's what makes it frustrating, perhaps, for students, is that there's not anything to really get a hold of. It's the essence of that
Hmm.
that is the provider of the truth we seek. So, first, I lift the stick up. First, let's just make sure that we're at the floor, because everything has to emanate from this plane. It's very important. And we're at the floor. Half an inch, parallel beat to butt end from the playing surface. Or match, maybe actually the floor. Okay. And then I'm going to turn up. That was really good. Just smooth, elegant. Okay. And then we're going to turn down and let the stick rebound for multiple bounces. And we stop. And we want to analyze what just happened. Okay. Now we lift that stick back up. Tell me what happened.
Well, I feel as though the butt end came back towards the palm because when I allowed gravity to take care of the collapse of the drumstick and it rebounded several times over the middle finger fulcrum through the pad of the thumb and crook of forefinger, I noticed that now the butt end's away from my hand about I don't know, quarter of an inch or so, and then when I turn my wrist again to bring the stick up, that butt end touches now.
Okay. Yes. But that's not what you were doing in the beginning. Now just stay with me. I'm just going to provide you both sides of the argument. Right? In other words, here's what you were doing. He said, if I'm going to toss it, he said, I'm going to toss it up. And he went slamming it down, toss it and slam it down, and then you stopped here. That's not, if you go to teach this to one of your students, there might be a way to make stopping in this position applicable.
Well, well, yeah. I mean, I just this is what happened with me right now is that now the butt end's resting on the pad, whereas
The bead.
if I, well, the bead is, excuse me, the bead, yeah, the bead is resting on the pad right now. If I did want to,
Okay, all right.
see there, it's now I'm an inch from bead to butt. So now the bead's not resting on the pad anymore. I actually had it stop right here. The
Now,
rebound.
I get it. And in the beginning, you wondered, well, why would you turn back up? Why is Chad doing that? So that's not what we're doing right now.
Hmm.
Now, when this thing becomes something that, when we put this into practicum, other things will happen. But to get a hold of this magic, I need you to do exactly what I'm asking you to do, which I believe is what Chad is doing, right? And it isn't that. So, we're going to duplicate when you did it properly. You turned up. From the floor, you turned up. And then you turned down, and the stick came to rest feet is now resting on the surface after multiple rebounds. And we lift it back up, and as you described, the butt end comes to the palm, and we turn back down for multiple rebounds. We wait, we lift it back up, and then we would go and play 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could lift it up on 5. But we want to, what we're doing is, we're keeping the stick moving. It never comes to rest and stops moving. See? 4. Now you don't get to lift it up again. You're doing it again now. I'm going to bust you on this, and I'm probably on occasion doing that myself. It's important. We just want to turn from here, right? I don't need to lift it up again. Oh, you're lifting it up. Nope. Yeah, you have to go down now. You don't get to come up again. There, so you do understand. You don't get to come up again. You go down now. That's all you do. It feels like there's not enough momentum. Really? Well, there is. And you know, I didn't ask you to only use gravity. I want you to consider gravity. I mentioned that at the beginning. Jack talks about maybe the stick is, it's harder to bring the stick up than it is to come down because you have the help of gravity. But so maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. But there's something going on that way, right? Where and now the gig. So the gig is, once we get to here, once we get to the top of this exercise, we turn back down, and what did I ask you to look to notice? Do you remember? That's why it's important to try to keep the flow going, you see. And I don't want to break up the flow either. I have to be, but if you're not doing it correctly, I have to stop you, which breaks up the flow, but that's part of the gig here. No, you're lifting it up again. It just goes down now. There you go. And what are you looking to do when you just go down? If you come up again, no, keep coming up. It's like that's just meaningless to you somehow. But no. If someone said, someone put a gun to your head and said, you cannot, if you come up again, you're done. You wonder if you could have gotten that gig with Chick Corea. If someone would put a gun to your head and said, you're either going to get the gig with Chick Corea or sorry. You wonder about it. No, you're lifting it up. So you took it seriously that time. Yeah. You don't get to lift it up. It's that important. That's right. It's like taking a suicide pill to lift it up again. Why? Why would you do it? I put it in pretty stark terms, too, but it worked, because now you're turning down. Yeah, you don't get to come up again. Now, what is it that I asked you to notice? I asked you, I'll remind you to keep the flow going. You want to bring the stick back up so that you continue the motion. Mm-hmm. It's one smooth motion. It never loses its, what is that? It's kinetic. It never becomes static. Is that it? So that we want to keep it going. See, it keeps moving. Bounce, 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 lift. Bounce, 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 lift. Bounce, 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 lift. Don't lift again now. Down, just down. Don't lose that. And you gotta lift. Keep it bouncing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You lifted it up again. 4.
Yeah, that was 4. And then the fourth one, you said that's where the lift happens.
Well, no, the lift would happen if you'd have to count to 5 if you wanted to count the lift.
So what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
5 would be the lift, but you didn't keep it bouncing. It came to a stop just for a moment. You have to lift it up right away. No, you have to, come on, you have to bring it right back up to there. Now I can't see you to bring it up. Go ahead.
that's what I did.
No, you're lifting the stick up again. No, you're coming here and then you're going up and then you go down. You only get to go down. You have to lift it up right away. And if you need a little more height and momentum, come start a little higher. Bring it up a little more. Bring it up a little. Yeah, there. You could bring it up to there if you need to. Don't go yanking up. No, don't be stiff and jerky about it. Just lift it up. Dot, 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 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, time it. Oh, you lifted it up again. You lifted it up again. That was a good one. You got one. You got 2. You lifted it up just a little. Don't lift it up. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, lift. Okay? Then it would go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't come up again now. Just down. Keep the thing moving as you time your lift back up to the palm. Same height every time. There you go. You get there. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. You lifted it up again. You have to lift it up. Don't go lifting it up too soon, or you won't have the opportunity to get the second note. And then you lift. 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 See what it looks like? Don't be afraid to come back to the proper height. You're lifting it up again. If you need a little more height, always come back just an extra half an inch. Lift it back there. Now you can come straight down. Okay, there's that part. Now, the gig, now we'll discuss the other part of it. Or not the other part, but another part of it. And that is, how much does the hand need to open? Right? Here's where it gets a little mysterious. Because Richard Wilson said, you're just throwing your hand open. Just throwing your fingers open. You don't want to throw your fingers open. So when we get to the surface, although it might not even be wrong, we could throw our fingers.
Yeah.
We could do that. Right? I'm very open. But that's not it. That's not it. So this is a feel thing, right? When we get to the surface, we don't need to do this. It seems like wasted motion, because all we need to do to get the stick to rebound with this technique is get to here and just allow, get my leg out of the way. See, it's not that open, it's just a little open.
Yeah.
Okay? It's just a little open, and then it comes back to this. And it comes down, it's just a little open. See? It doesn't need to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what we're getting is, see, I'm not opening very much, am I? Don't lift it. No, you're not coming back up high enough. So you have to lift it every time. Get lower and lower, so you have to lift it up. Yeah, you come back to there every time. It's coming along. Okay. So why would we do that? Why would the hand open like that? Joe, why would the hand open like that?
Like, such as what? You mean
Well,
like this?
why have the hand open at all?
Well, I mean, I mean, as long as it's rocking here, it doesn't need to open up.
It doesn't?
Well, it's not going to do this. I mean, that's like total a hand opening up and
Yeah,
finger.
This, okay. But why would you need to bend forward and have it open up? This is kind of like a trick question, right?
Right.
What would happen if you didn't open it up?
Well, you'd get no rebound. You wouldn't be getting any rebound. That's for sure.
Well, stop, Joe.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Okay.
I know, isn't it cool, isn't it? This is what we love about this stuff. You know, I believe, was it Bailey out of Juilliard? I think, I've got to be careful. Gosh, Canadian boy talks about folks at Juilliard. Yeah, really, maybe.
Buster Bailey, yeah.
So, I think what I don't even know if I can do it. Let's see. Look, I'm not opening up.
Right.
But I'm getting rebounds. What's happening? See, I'm giving you an overview, so that when you go to teach this stuff, it's not just repeating what someone told you.
Right.
It's having insight with regards to the parameters of what's really going on.
Yeah.
So did you see that I got rebounds?
Yeah, you did, but it's like your hand was following each one down.
Well, the wrist is a fulcrum too.
Yeah.
See, you didn't take that into account. So the wrist, if you keep it loose, the whole thing can keep bouncing.
Yes.
So give it a try, just for fun. Just keep your wrist real loose, but you don't have to open up the hand like we're doing. But just see, it's cool to know other techniques. It's cool to understand where ideas come from. Almost.
It's hard.
Let it be loose. Let it be loose. Let it be almost.
It's hard.
You're gonna have to practice that if you want to get that to happen. Don't have to come up really high. God, you want to come up so high.
It's because I'm having a hard time doing what you just did, and I thought,
I know.
if I turn higher, maybe that'll give me more space.
I know, give you more momentum perhaps. But play with that, because I wasn't turning that high. Yeah, you don't need to turn high to get the stick to the hand to move, so that the wrist fulcrum.
See, I feel like I'm turning once, so the hands pivoting off the fulcrum, coming up, and then going down. But I don't feel it happening with each of the rebounds that I'm getting, like where the wrists.
You had a little bit of success there, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
So,
tricky thing. That's quite the concept. That's
interesting, huh? But okay, so check it out. Because you know you were shout out to Mike Spivack. Mike, Mike,
where's the red notebook?
can we talk? We're desperate. We'll pay anything for that red notebook, please. So this is helping you understand the origins, I believe, of what it is we're doing here. And there's probably secrets in that red notebook that, boy, oh boy, would it be, we'd actually really do something with that red notebook, you know? I don't want it collecting dust. So, so what we're doing, because we could do that, but we're doing something different. Dick Wilson Murray would have you get to here and do that. And then we can come up to what extent. That's not the issue right now. So what we're doing is instead of it's weird for me too, see, because I haven't there you're kind of keeping this hinge loose. Now we're going to go.
Yeah.
That's different, isn't it?
That's
See,
two wrist.
I'm only turning once.
Yeah, two wrist turns there.
Yes, there is. Exactly. See? And depending on how many notes I want, it's not as though I'm opening up more to get more notes. I just stay at the surface longer in time when I bring it back up. So essentially I'm doing this Dick Wilson thing with this Murray Spivack thing. Cool, isn't it? That's it. There's no plus signs.
Yeah.
There's no fancy finger work. There's no modified anything. Other than maybe a modified mind with this knowledge in mind. Now the mind modified, right? So that's how we're doing. That's what this technique is. That's it. Okay, that gives you some insight, doesn't it? That's all that this technique is. That's really the essence of this technique. Doing anything funny with your fingers would spoil that, wouldn't it?
It's all a wrist turn.
There you go. So when you go to play, we know that once we get to the top of whatever it is we decide is the top, we don't come up again. We turn down because we just want this Richard Wilson thing. This Richard Wilson thing isn't about, or Murray thing, isn't about coming up again and slamming it down. And it's this thing that we're trying to impart. I'm trying to impart right now. So it's just turn and bring it back up. And there's that little thing that a hand would do. You were doing that in the womb. By the time your hand's formed, I know enough to probably be, it's probably safe to say that, you know, we're doing this. Murray would say, you've been doing this since the day you were born. And they've been doing this before you were born, in the womb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once enough of the human body forms, that's going to happen, right? Be cool to study that, actually. You know, they have those X-rays, CAT scans or MRIs or whatever they're using.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Right? Okay, so now you're getting an idea about what's really happening here. Not that there's anything wrong with the other ways, you know. Again, that's what we do. And Dick would say, there are no right or wrong ways to play, but if you can find a more efficient way to play than what I'm showing you, I'd like to know it. And he was serious. He would have wanted to know it. You know? So now, and I do that in traditional grip. I'm more accustomed to doing it like that. So for me, now I have to do a systems check, and you're so busy making sure the left that you forget the right, and so everything becomes just less kind of cerebrally stable. But again, if it really is, if it's just that, yeah, I'm going through my idiot check. Idiot check. Systems check, to be more polite. But I'm talking about me, so I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to be self-deprecating here. We're looking for that. Now, what that gives you, what this gives you, is what Chad Wackerman says, is you're always releasing the tension. I put up a video last night, always releasing tension. See? And now, talking about what's really happening, at a certain point, it's more about what you're feeling as opposed to the words. So where I never want to lose that unbearable lightness of being. I always want to feel, that lightness. So I don't want to lose that. It's really light. Keep it very light. Light. The stick feels really light. Yeah. Richard Wilson was really into down. We're waiting. Really focus on, not down, right? But it seems as though Chad is always releasing the tension. So it's a little different, but it still fits in beautifully with we wish Dick Wilson was here to talk to, and discuss this with. But
yeah,
so, we're looking for release. I'm not holding it down. I let that stick. See, I never hold on to the tension. I'm letting it go. Always letting it go.
Even on the accent?
Letting it, yeah, don't you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm letting it go. I let it go. It's free. It's free, always free. But all the stuff is there. We have our floor. We have up motions. We have throws. But we never work, but we keep it flowing in a way that might be different than Richard Wilson. Maybe. So that I'm always in a state of releasing, right? That's what this gives you. So go ahead and try it. Just let's see if we can play some doubles using this technique, using this idea. That means that this turning up thing, that's the feeling of, is that a release of some sort? I don't want to be careful about words. But the feeling is you never feel the tension. You release it. You release the tension. Release the tension. We don't need the tension. So what would that look if we just went like this? Let's see. Let's see. No, I don't know. I gotta see. I want to think about my left hand. Because I'm used to doing this in traditional. Not set up for traditional. See, but I want to feel the release. Release. It's always free. No, don't jump ahead. Oh, I just want to get, I just wanted this.
Yeah.
See? I keep avoiding the tension. There's never tension. There's this little thing that we're learning from Murray and Dick, right? And then I keep it going, and I never bog down and feel tension. No, you're just no, you lost it already, you see? And you wanted to go real fast. You can't do it slow. Now it does take on a different kind of dance-like quality as it gets going. But what about just this? You always want to do this. You can't come up and just go down. So how you ever going to do this, Joe? How are you going to do this? Look. I'm not coming up very high.
Yeah.
Even smaller. Let me get it going. See, there it is. Release, 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 release. Beautiful, delicate, beautiful, very powerful thing. So, but I don't come up to here as I get the thing going and then need to come up more. I come up to the same place every time I turn down. If it's here, it's here. So I'm asking you to make it here right now. That's as high as you get to come up. There you go, you got it. No, don't come up again. You're defeating where this is going to go. Yeah, the release is turning, feeling that little Richard Wilson Murray Spivack thing. With the hand does this, you don't need to bend too much. But we're not doing the Bailey thing and using the wrist as a fulcrum in that way for rebound. But of course the wrist is always a fulcrum. But we're using it differently. There you go. Oh, you lifted it up. There you go. Yeah, you see that's because maybe you're a loud player. All those gigs with ABBA, man. But you're playing jazz, so you gotta inhabit both worlds.
Exactly.
So this is jazz. And by the way, for ghost notes and all kinds of things, maybe on a hi-hat for ABBA, this is all applicable. You need the dynamic.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if they start, don't lift it up, you lifted it up again, lifted it up. I'm not just being a jerk about it. I'm trying to really help. Now I have a chance to bust Joe because he's lifting it up. No, it's really going to help you to not. There, you see, it goes down, comes up. Now as it speeds up, you don't get to come up twice. No, you came up. It's only going to come up to there. No, it only goes down now. I was playing real quiet down here. I was only coming up like an inch and a half, maybe. Okay, now for fun, let's play a little louder now. So where are you going to start? Come up another inch. Show me where you're going to start. That's where it always has to come to now. And it only gets to go down from there. Go ahead. There you go. You got one. You got two. Okay, now see if you can put that together. Da, 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 and create a roll. But you got to lift it back up. Lift, 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 lift. Now you got to lift it back up. See? You're not quite doing it. Almost. Lift, lift. Avoid that tension. Keep it moving. Once you turn and get to the surface, you have to keep it. Lift. On the right, you got to lift it back up. You're getting it. Go a little faster. Don't forget to lift it back up. Lift, 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 lift. Murray at the floor. That little Murray Dick Wilson thing. And then lift. Don't go faster. Don't go faster. Keep it. Now be patient. Decide where you're going to come up to and keep it there. This idea of only playing at one speed. You don't have to play hard, you just have to get to the surface and feel that little bend. We don't want to do the Bailey turning We don't want to turn, he's not turning twice, but you're almost on the wrist in the left. You just turn and it bounces, but you have to lift it back up. Now you're not lifting it up. So you're not feeling this thing that I'm trying to hip you to. Have, but it's so subtle you don't know it. There, the left is starting to, it's turned once. Don't go into half turned overs. Stay in this position so your wrist can turn. And you can feel this thing. You're not going to feel it half turned over as easily. No, you're just lifting it up every time in the left. Like, whatever. But this isn't really that important. I'll do my own thing with this technique. It's kind of what you're saying. You might even not know you're thinking it. Don't do this. I'm trying to save you a lot of time and effort. Don't lift it up again. You're lifting it up. I keep telling you don't. It has that feeling. That might bug you because it's new. Now just speed that up and don't go real fast. Just dot, 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 dot. But you always have to lift it up. Lift, 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 lift in the left. Lift. One turn. Stay palm down so your hand can do the Murray thing. See, when I start to see you turn to half turned over, it's as if you've abandoned that little thing that happens. You're not lifting the left. You have to lift the left. There it is. You got it. See how free that is? So that makes the stick feel very light. Now you have to lift it up. You have to lift it. It's real light. There's not much to feel. Come on, you have to lift the left. There, you did it. No. You keep losing it because you don't quite understand what it is you're feeling. There it is. That's starting to happen a little bit. How light that is. Ah. Don't throw your fingers open, but allow this to happen. Stay palm down. So you can get that little Murray thing to happen. And then you lift it. Time it. Keep it moving. Always don't come up higher. You only get to turn down. Once you lift it, it's just down, up. One wrist turn in each direction. Come on, the left just keeps coming up a little bit and then you lift again. You lost it. Left isn't coming up and going down. It doesn't go up, down, 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 up, left, up, down, up. Don't spin it hard. Yes, there you go. Come on, you gotta come back up and then down. Speed that up just a little. Don't play harder. You have to lift it up. There, the left is starting to concentrate now, isn't it? Right's kind of a little more automatic. You know, play a seven-stroke roll. Don't play harder. What are you doing? Go the other way. You're playing too hard. It's this nice, delicate dance. You gotta keep lifting it back up. Both ways, all three ways. Both ways, back and forth. See, you let that thing be free. It has a feeling of freedom, doesn't it? It started to happen. Okay. Keep playing. You're about 60. Play real hard. Keep it light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to lighten you up. Remember, we started to lighten you up with singles. Okay? Okay, so that was really good. It was cohesive. I provided you a lot of overview so that you're not just fishing in the dark. Okay, so I'll be right back. Very good.
Musician musician.
Musician. So, welcome back to Scuttlebutt Lodge. We're here north of Toronto in Muskoka. It's nice to be in Okie and Muskokie.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, that was really good. Okay. Now we're going to continue our fishing expedition. And that is, we're going to take this to singles because this feeling, it feels very light.
It does.
You know what I mean, right? It's a beautiful feeling, and pleased to notice that when I came back, you were actually working on what we had just discussed instead of going right. You did at the beginning, but then you went, hold on a minute, right? But you want to just keep going back to this over and over and over, Joe. Okay? Yeah, really embrace this exercise, that one we just talked about. And then once you've warmed up to it, and you go from multiple rebounds to 4 to 3 to 2, and then you put the two hands together slowly to be honest with yourself, so you have a chance to look at what's happening in the mirror or in your monitor. Am I really turning back up? Am I really in palm down so that I can get this to happen? Or have I twisted into something that I brought with me from the past that has nothing to do with this technique? It's this. Doing this in French or half turned over, we end up playing in half turned over. So there's motion here, right? French becomes different. I find it very hard. I'm sure there are guys that found ways to get something that approximates what we're doing. But for me, there doesn't seem to be this, I can't get this to happen in French. It feels awkward.
Well, I think it happens in a different way. I think it's happening more in here where.
But that's not it then.
I know. That's something entirely different.
It is entirely different. So, but you know that it's different, and then you work with what this machine it has been, this device has been machined to do.
Exactly.
This machine works this way when it's in French. Okay, so we were at 72. Now we're just keeping this real simple, but you can see it takes a little while to go through this stuff. You have a student that's patient enough to hang in there with you, and you did. Now we're taking this to singles. Now how will this idea, this unbearable lightness of being.
The unbearable lightness of being.
You ever read that book?
No.
Oh, it's beautiful. I think they made a movie about it too. Yeah, okay. I had that book as a teenager. I remember the feather. There's a feather on the front cover of the book that I had. Beautiful. Unbearable lightness of being. Okay. So now, we've got this thing that goes from, and there's all these things that we're considering. We want to be at the floor. We have this plane, this floor that we're working with. And then we have the feeling that we always turn to here or to wherever we decide we're going to turn up to, but we don't get to turn up anymore. We only turn back down. And then we know that we're not going to overly pronate, because this technique isn't about, we could, I mean, but we want efficiency. We don't need to bend to that extent to reveal them. What Martinez calls it, exposing the fulcrum. It takes very little to expose this middle finger fulcrum, right? And correct? And then I can feel it here in the middle finger as well, waiting up here. But we don't make a huge deal about any one part. All the parts have to be there. And then I get that feeling of I'm not going to hold on to any tension. I want to release the tension. There's nothing happening. There's no tension. Tension free. So if I can play 2, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, sorry. I wanted to play 2 again, and I said 1, 2, So I really want to feel it. 1, 1, 1, 1. See? Now I'm using this Wackerman exercise in this way. Immediately relieve that I don't need to hold any tension here. Not that we can't play this way once we start to feel this, but this insists. By turning back up, we get in touch with the essence of what it is you need to learn with regards to always avoiding any tension and doing nothing. Nothing. And that's not enough for most people. So I had you what? Oh, I would do that over here like this. But now I'm in matched. And if all of this is true, it should work in the other hand matched as well, right? I know I want the floor. Now the opening thing, it's, would you even talk about it? Because we're not doing that. We're getting just one note. So there's very little time for any opening. But if there is any opening, it's tiny. But we have this lovely feeling. Almost kind of starts to feel like a bounce, but it's not. I'm turning up. So I had you playing quarter notes. Now, am I fully using gravity? I'm kind of, Chad talks about throwing the stick down, throwing it. I want to be careful with that. He talks, he doesn't necessarily call a throw. I asked him about it because he talks about a regular wrist turn in terms of like a throw. He says, well, yeah, it feels like I'm just throwing it down. That's what he said to me.
Yeah.
Those are words. So, am I turning? Am I just letting gravity bring it down? You could decide. How much force does one require? It's very easy going. It's nothing. So I'm going to be playing quarter notes. There's that feeling. No, don't play yet. There's that feeling of avoiding the tension. Always releasing the tension. Release, release, release the tension. And then quarter note triplets. Release, release, release the tension, release the tension. The tension. Release, 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 release. See, I don't hold on to that tension. I'm not doing this. That feels tighter to me. I'm doing this. Release, release, release. See? And I don't come up higher again, which we want to do. See, how could you do that? You won't have any speed. You won't have any control. So what I was playing, I'm just playing 8 notes. Right? And it's a feel thing. It just feels like I'm not going to hold on to any tension. Always running away from the tension. Running away from the tension. Avoiding the tension. So easy. Look how loose I am.
Yeah.
See how loose it is? It's really relaxed. Let's see if I get this working in matched. At least so where are we here? We're close. Now it's 16 notes. Still feels pretty. So release, release, release the tension. Release, 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 release the tension. Release the tension. Release, release, up, 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 up. Remember, up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Release that tension.
to go to 30-second notes now.
30-second no triplets, right?
Oh,
One
we
into
did
2 into 3 into 4 into 1 into 2 into 16th no triplets, right? 1 into 2 into 3, and I'm trying. But it's how am I playing it? I want to keep relieving any tension. I don't want to get any tighter. I just want to keep relieving that tension. Release the tension. You don't need to get tighter. We want to release the tension. Yeah. See how light it is?
Yeah.
Okay, 72.
Still tight.
Not bad. You just need the 3 fingers, right? Why would you need the back fingers? We just want this little, we know about this natural thing that the human body does. We don't need to clamp our back fingers onto the stick. How's that going to help? You see how loose I was?
Yeah.
It's all happening up in here in the 3 finger area. You need a lot of tension. But you still want to lift up again, huh? You just don't want to come back up and then, see, that's the relief. And then it goes back down. It doesn't come up again. Just release the tension. Release. Nice and relaxed. Okay, now go ahead and play quarter note triplets. Come on, keep that thing free. It's coming along.
Sorry.
Okay, now give me a side view. You can turn so that I get what would be a left profile. Take a quick peek into your hand, because I'm just a little suspicious of something.
No, there's no.
That should be good, right there.
Show you that I'm not pulling with any back fingers, that's for sure.
Okay. Let me take.
Can you see the tie?
Yeah, it's good. Fine. Okay, now you can play 8th notes. Come on, bring that stick back up. 8th note triplets. Lift, up. Okay, now what we don't want to do, it's not bad. No, wait, I'm about to show you something and you're going to run off half-cocked. I can see why Murray used to like that phrase.
Half-cocked.
Okay. So you're at about the speed. So you didn't look this open. You look more like, now, I know your back fingers aren't on, and that's good, and they weren't. Watch. Just stay with me for a second. Just enjoy the. What do we? Lake trout fishing? Is that what we're going after?
Yeah.
Caught a 30-pounder as a kid. Never forget.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. In Lake Rosso.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay. So we're here to see. So look how open. This is the ring of the stick.
Yeah.
Look how open the thing is. So we can take the back fingers off. It'd still be too tight. So I got the feeling you were more like this. Stay with me. Just stay. which means I've got a bit of a grip here. We've got middle fingers a little clamped. It doesn't quite have the freedom. Look how free. See the view, the butt end's coming away from my palm more than yours is. See? See how much that butt end is coming away from the palm?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like this. It looks like, see how free it is. So we get this. Look. See, it's still coming away from the palm. It comes away from the palm. It comes away from you don't need to be tight.
Well, like in this instance, the stick is away from the palm.
Well, hold on.
Unless I.
Okay, I feel it. Let's see. I feel it coming into the palm here. Almost barely. See, it does swing back to the palm every time. Maybe at a certain speed it stops touching. Oh, it keeps swinging back. It keeps swinging back. Barely, it keeps moving. I keep this thing moving, and so that I never stop because then I'd start to feel tension. I have to keep it moving. Yeah, right. Okay, so try it again. Let the stick be free. So you were real close, but still a little tight. That's why you want to let that stick really be free so that you can hear the tone of your stick. Yeah, don't clamp that middle finger on too much. Just let it be free.
Okay, it's looser. It's looser.
Yeah, it is looser. Come on. You have to lift that back up. Okay, where are you now?
16th notes. 16th notes.
Why did it get louder? Why did it get louder?
Well, I know because okay.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Don't get louder. It's the same turn, just faster. Come on, let that butt end be free. Stop bouncing up, huh? Getting a little tighter. Sound changed a little. Coming to the floor. There, start there. Oh, there. Come on, let it be free. All right, okay. All right, okay. Yeah. Right at the end, you started to get a little tight. As soon as you get tight, that's when Stravinsky would say, "Excuse me, but would you please play in tune?"
Right.
Okay? So, very good. All right? Yeah, okay. So you're lightening up. The stick feels light. Right? Correct? And it feels very relaxed. It's a very relaxing way to play. The idea that you never allow tension to creep in. Like we're constantly avoiding tension. Does that make sense?
That totally does.
Kind of brilliant. And it feels, as they say in England, and it feels brilliant. Right? So you're now actually getting in touch with the sound of your instrument. The instrument being, as Richard Wilson would say, the stick is the instrument. It actually has a sound, and you're getting in touch with that sound now. Very good. Turning off the camera.